What's up, family? I am coming to you with a very, very quick car time chit chat. But I just had to talk to y'all about something I saw on Instagram. A young lady posted in one of the fibromyalgia groups that I'm following and said that she was having trouble with intimacy, that it just hurts too bad to be touched. And so now it's been several months since she's been intimate with her boyfriend. Well, I just wanted to know if that's like a thing, because lots of people commented and said that, they could relate to that. So I wanted to address it in a very Diva Pain Warrior type of way, which means I'm gonna keep it real and I'm gonna keep it cute. But hey, I don't know if you want your kids to watch it or not, because I ain't going to say nothing after a while, but hey, the may not want to have a discussion. So, that's my disclaimer. Now, on really, really high pain days or flare days, I can completely relate to not wanting to be touched, because I don't want to be touched either. It's just everything is too sensitive. Um, Everything hurts. A simple caress feels like somebody's dragging razors along my skin. That's just real conversation. But that's only on really high pain days or flare days. Other than that, I do get the hypersensitivity, because things that once felt nice or felt good, like back rubs, or for me, my legs are very sensitive. So to have my legs rubbed is just not the move, okay? Not at all. But if you are in an intimate relationship, and that's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about fly by night. I'm talking about an intimate, monogamous relationship. You have to be very real with your partner and say, mm-mm. I would not have this conversation in the midst of the moment. But, when things are good and you're sitting on the couch and maybe you're cuddling or whatever, you all do during your time when it's not a precursor to more intimate things. It's just, chilling. I would talk about some of those things. Just bring it up very casually, Bring it up like I brought this discussion up. I saw a post on Instagram and she said that, she doesn't like to be touched. And I can really relate to that. But I think you should be able to talk to your partner, bring it up like that. And then that's a good time to say that sometimes certain touches are very uncomfortable. Um, but I will say this, unless it is excruciating, sometimes you just have to grin and bear it until you get to the good part. Okay? Because as you become more and more aroused, that's the word I'm looking for, then your endorphins kick in. And when your endorphins begin to kick in, your pain tolerance soars. And you ain't thinking about pain no more. Mm-mm. You ain't thinking about pain at all. You thinking about other stuff. So you have to get to the good stuff. And so if your partner does something, and again, I'm not talking about excruciating pain, because then you got to say, baby, hold on. But maybe it's uncomfortable. Like for me, on regular days, good days, I just can't stand stuff rubbing on my legs. The nerves in my legs are very sensitive. But occasionally, my partner forgets, I'm just not thinking, and will caress my leg. I just kind of grin and bear it. Or I try not to flinch, because if you flinch every time they touch you, they'll stop touching you, because, they don't want to hurt you. So you just kind of, let that moment pass. But again, as your endorphins rise, if you get into that intimate moment, then your pain tolerance, it goes through the roof. You can be in uncomfortable positions doing uncomfortable things, and you don't think about it until after it's over with, okay? And I'll suffice to say that. But another thing is this: certain touches may hurt, but certain touches may not. So make it a game, make it a casual thing. Let's see, finding that good spot. You can do it, and when you're with a partner that you love and that you trust, then it's not a big deal. Like, it's an exploratory thing, and by the time you get through exploring, you figure out about them endorphins I'm talking about. But certain parts of your body may not be as sensitive as others. You cannot assume that because one touch hurts, every touch hurts. Yeah, like I said, for me, it's my legs. If I thought that everything on my body felt like my legs, then yeah, I would have gave it up a long time ago. But you have to keep trying to figure out what works for you. Maybe you need to figure out what works for you in your personal time. You understand what I'm saying? Okay. Maybe you need to figure out which parts of your body are really, really sensitive and which parts are not. You need to figure out what really hurts and what really does not, excuse me. And then you can, be more open and honest with your partner. You can say, it really hurts when you touch my legs, but when you touch my shoulders or when you rub my back, that feels awesome. And your partner, their goal most likely should be for it to be a satisfying experience for both of you. So they open to direction. Again, not in the midst of the moment. This is a discussion you need to have outside of the moment. Show them this video. Say, I saw this video on YouTube, and this lady was talking about this. And so I want to try that and see, if maybe this doesn't feel good, but this feels better. Because you will find that some parts of you are very sensitive, because nerves run throughout the body, but they are separate and individual. So some parts may be very sensitive. For me, it's the outside of my legs. They are like really, really sensitive. I mean, I can't wear fleece pajamas or none of that, because I can't stand textured stuff rubbing up against me. I can't wear tights and stuff like that, pantyhose, because I can't stand anything tight on me like that. Leggings, but not tights. Anyway, y'all ain't asked me that. I just thought I should share. But the inside part of my thigh, not sensitive at all. But the hips and the outside, very sensitive. Point being, take time to explore yourself and take time for your partner to explore and create new ways of being intimate. Because as a pain warrior, you have been recreated. Things that used to work for you don't necessarily work for you anymore. And things that didn't work once upon a time may work now, because that hypersensitivity may work good in other areas. Sometimes the medicines that you're taking, I take gabapentin, which is it's actually for epileptic people, but it deals with the nerve pain. But as a result, it takes a little bit more to get things going, because it kind of suppresses that feeling. But that may work, because you may, in times past, have not been timed perfectly. Maybe your partner wanted to go a little bit longer than you did. But hey, now that I got the gabapentin, I'm in it for the long haul. So find new things that work for you. Don't give up, especially if we're talking about an intimate, long-term relationship. You need that intimacy to keep the flames burning. So do not give up and decide, hey, this just don't work for me. Let's just move into separate bedrooms. let's just move into separate homes. Hey, let's just find somebody else. I wouldn't recommend it. Okay? Find something that works for you. Try really hard to find things that work for you. Talk to your doctor. Do whatever you have to do to make sure that you maintain intimacy in your relationship. You need that connection. All right? I love y'all. Talk to you later.